Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. How are you on this Monday morning? And I mean a Monday morning. Oh wow, I have a lot I want to talk about today. December 3rd, 2018. I would say, if I had to put this into a perspective, last week was a week that will live in infamy. And played out right through to this weekend and is manifesting itself right now in these markets. Most of this is no surprise to any one of you that follow this blog, and I am proud, very proud to say that. I have honestly, and I know some of you are gonna twist this around, but sometimes in life you got to give credit where credit's due. I work very hard at this, and that's an important thing because I want to relay information to all of you that is true and accurate, and more importantly for my lions out here, actionable. Look, the environment we are in is it's literally like nothing we have ever seen before in history. And the reason why last week was a week that will live in infamy is because it was just a game, a charade that is now playing out in the markets. And I have to say this too, and I don't know how to word this properly, but I do feel a sense of a heavy feeling in my heart for those people out here that were led astray, that were strung along, believing that something else was going to happen. That's the truth. It all started with, and there's no other way to put it, the good cop, bad cop routine that was played between President Trump and the Federal Reserve. And how it just got reached the pinnacle last week, how they both got what they wanted. There were a lot of people, look, myself included, I will include myself here, okay, that wanted and wants this entire thing to go differently than it is, but it's not going to. And I've been outlining this for you since time immemorial. It seems like to me there are those out here that really do unfortunately fall into the look here, look here, look here, don't look here trap. They're distracted by every other thing that's thrown at them. And again, this is the two-party system that is keeping people divided, divide and conquer. Throw issues in front of them to have them get so fired up about, like this thing happening on the border, that they don't focus on what's going on behind the scenes, on the political stage, on the geopolitical stage. Don't do that anymore, and you won't get disappointed. I've heard from many of you, even this morning in my email box, who were hurt, I think, by what you're seeing here, and I understand that, believe me, but you have a choice. Either you embrace what you're seeing and you understand what's really going on, or you will continue to be disappointed. And I don't want any one of you out here to be disappointed. In fact, what I want you to do is profit from this, period. I posted something to this effect on my social networks earlier today. I said, President Trump, Fed Chair Powell, the communist leader of China, Xi, OPEC, and Putin have now become the best friends of this market. And that's really the truth here. I mean, look, what is it all about? We all understand that the middle class is disappearing. We all know that. And they get thrown crumbs. While the rich get richer, traders like myself get richer, Wall Street reaps the rewards of what's going on here. And going back to the week that will live in infamy last week, and it's playing out now, you got the Trump-Powell put on this market. That was phase one. Phase two, the truce, which I told all of you would happen more than likely before it did. This was on Friday. Markets going crazy. Then we had, actually before that, we had Friday, I think it was Friday night, we had Iran launching a multi-warhead missile, test firing this missile. And why? You think it's a coincidence? The first time in 2018 that they did this? No, it's because crude oil is hovering at around $50 a barrel. They need to prop it up. Then what do we find out today? Saudi Arabia and Russia, Putin, they're deciding to cut back on oil production. Don't you see the game? No one world leader here is running the show. It's not President Trump that's running the show. There's a much larger hand that is controlling everything else that's going on. It's a collective hand. Every one of our world leaders, they're on the phone with each other every single day. You know this is true. I'm not making this up. They all talk every day. And they decide the direction of how things are going to go and what distractions they're going to throw out in front of the public. They need most of the people distracted, most of the people focusing on something else while they do their dirty deeds to keep this market propped up, to keep the price of crude oil higher. Look at crude. Crude oil is surging right now. Would you be surprised to find out that energy stocks and financials are surging on the back of that, along with everything else? I mean, this is an incredible thing we are seeing. And, look, again, it's a choice. You sit back and get fleeced and accept the crumbs that they're giving you, or you say no. All right, I'm not going to let this happen. I refuse to let any of you get fleeced. What you do with the information I put out is up to you. But I know that there are thousands of you all over the world who are capitalizing on what I'm saying here. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Pay it forward. We are all responsible for each other. Embrace that as well. And reap what you can from this fake market. And like I said earlier, buy yourself a Porsche or something in the end. But pay it forward. Pay it forward. That's what I do. Every single month, I donate to charities. Start doing that. If you do that, believe me, it'll come back to you tenfold. There's no doubt about it. And I don't donate because I'm looking for that tenfold payback. I do it because it makes me feel like a better person. Look, the world that we live in is not what it seems. And it's being run not by kings, queens, presidents, monarchs. There is a collective entity that is running the world and making sure things go the way they are. And there is no stopping it. As much as you want to scream and cry from rooftops, the system, again, is rigged against you. It is up to you what you're going to do about it. And that's why I'm here. It's the truth. All right, with that said, no secret, stocks are surging right now. Crude oil is surging right now. The charade is playing out. The trade, I called it the trade charade. It started with the Trump Powell put. That was stage one. Phase two, the trade charade. Then of course they had to fluff it up with boosting the price of crude oil, which also is stock market positive. The dollar is weaker right now. Which is stock market positive. The U.S. 10-year yield is staying suppressed. Stock market positive, opens that door for cash to flow into the market. I mean, you got to be blind, and I mean blind, not to see this. So again, you can fight it, scream, cry, weep, pray, whatever you want to do, okay? Or you can make this work for yourself and for others by reaping these rewards and paying it forward. That's it. I'll see you at the end of this lovely day.